Greetings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, and welcome to our Young Minds panel. And today we are excited to come once again and be with everyone. And before we could go any further, I'd like to greet our spiritual parents, prophetess and prophet K. Ishowanda, and also to greet our branches, Masia, Tembisa, and Pretoria. We greet you all, and also to welcome you, our viewers. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is a beautiful night. It's going to be nice. So our topic tonight is, does social media build or destroy young people in our days? I mean, I'm here live with you, and it's because of social media. It's social media. So we are here to talk about it. And it's going to be exciting. So tonight with me, we have a new guest, Metleketo Baloi. We'll give her a chance to greet us. And we have our guest again. We welcome him, Shivono Kabela. So we thank you for joining us, and I believe our viewers are ready to hear what you have to say, and we are also ready to hear what you are saying to us, or what is it that we are teaching each other tonight. So let us stay tuned as our guests greet us. So we'll start with our first time guest. So Metleketo Baloi, can you greet our viewers?
I don't know why the returning guest is not greeting first, since he is a regular in this house. But anyways, greetings guys. As she has said, my name is Metleketo Baloi, and I'll be with you guys tonight. I believe that we are going to learn and we are going to have fun. And as much as I am going to share, I also believe that I am also going to learn. So, welcome.
Okay, let me talk out of 10. Guys, we really appreciate you for joining us. Continue sharing your broadcast, and it's gonna be amazing. It's really gonna be awesome. You can see we have our guest here. She's a social media guru, so we are looking forward into sharing more and into learning and all that we have come for. We're gonna go with them today. So let's be ready to ask questions. Let's make sure we participate. Let's make sure we bring in suggestions or even ideas. That is what social media is all about. So let us make sure we have an exciting session today, youth panel, and let us indulge and make sure that we enjoy each and every moment. Let your data not go to waste, and you go with your question unanswered. Thank you very much, and enjoy the session.
Very well then, your data shouldn't go to waste. This is the night of social media. Something that you are using right where you are, and we are using on our daily basis. The moment you wake up, you want to check your phone. When you dream your phone drowning, the whole day you will make sure that your phone is safer, because it's the only access. You know, you can't carry your laptop around, you can't carry your tablet around, but your phone is very important at the moment, because it carries a lot for you. So today our focus is, we are going to focus on the disadvantages, the advantages, and which platforms are more effective, and what is happening in social media. What is social media? So we are going to look at those things, and our viewers, please do comment so we talk. And we share what we think about social media as young people. I read something. it was researchers who were talking about this. They were talking about teenagers instead of maybe youth. I don't know okay, there's a difference. Teenagers and yeah. So they were talking of more teenagers. They were saying many teenagers, almost 70% of teenagers are on all kinds of social platforms. And I was like, okay, and they were saying this is so much disadvantaging to them because they spend a lot of hours on their phone, more than they could be in other things. And when it's good that they're receiving information and they're receiving details and they're getting connected to the world, but at the end of the day, it robs them something. So also, I saw this other picture. I forgot which country is this, but in a restaurant they have a cage. They are preventing the thing of being in a restaurant and you are on your phone eating while it's time for dinner with your family or with your partner or with your friends. When you are busy, you know what, even sometimes you can even show, you see what is happening, And I feel like we need it in South Africa because, hey, South Africa and phones, we are always on point because we want to run to the media. So let me just read something before our viewers can start telling us what they have with them. So, social media refers to all applications and websites or blogs that enables people around intercontinent via the internet chat and share content, video calls among many other than often signing up on things. So it offers you as a user to use all those things. So for a person to be a member of a social media, he or she has to then sign in to access a content. We are going to find out this word today because it has been hidden from me too. I had to find out when I was like checking what is this all about. So we are going to find out about this word. What is this word really all about? So you have to sign in first. We know we have registered is to sign in our Facebooks, our Instagrams, and all those things. And there is both TikTok, and we have a Facebook which we are using right now. We have Instagram, we have Twitter. I don't even know how to use a Twitter, guys. So today they're gonna help also myself. Because I don't know how to use a Twitter. I just see memes that come from Twitter a lot more than other things. It's hilarious. It's funny. So today we are going to learn a lot. The use of social media has both negative and positive side. So that's what we are going to focus on today, us and the viewers. So if you are watching us, please connect and comment and share, and also share with your friends and tell us where you are watching us from. It's very important that we notice you, that you are here with us. So we are starting. So with our very first time guest, Mehleketo Baloyi, I have a question right now. I would like you to tell us what is the meaning of a content, because I hear many people, they talk about their content. They will say, in my content, this and that. I'm like, okay, let me search this word, and I find that content, it talks about being in a safe place, being in peace. I'm like, what's going on? What is happening? Meaning I have been lost for a very long time, and now that because we have to talk about it, I had to find out. So furthermore, I went down and I'm like, I know I have to really find out what this word mean? So there is content in social media, so please explain that to us. And by the way, she has a YouTube, she's a YouTuber, so she has a YouTube channel, Mehleketo Yakabaloi. Go there, you'll find her, like and be with her. So please answer this question for us.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. She's really putting me on the spot. Hey guys, I feel like now I'm like on the spot. She's even saying she's a YouTuber, which is true, but now I feel like I have the pressure to, now I have to advocate for social media. I can't even say it has disadvantages because I'm there. I'm a content creator. Anyways, as she has said, when she was doing her opening statements, a lot of teenagers are now on social media, right? Meaning social media these days is easily accessible. It's no longer a privilege to be on social media, right? Back in the days when we were growing up, okay, I'm not that old, but back in the days when we were growing up, having a phone itself was a privilege. So having access to Facebook, we didn't even know what Instagram was. Oh, okay, I didn't know what Instagram was. Instagram was like some fancy social media platform back in the day. So being on Facebook itself was like a big deal. It was like a huge thing. But these days it's like anyone can access social media as long as you have a phone, which is easily accessible. I feel like almost everyone now has a phone which has access to social media. Okay, to answer her question, content is basically information that is shared on a social media platform. Okay, we're talking about social media content, right? So, social media content is basically information that is being distributed on social media. So if you say that Mehleketo Yakabaloi is a content creator, she's basically someone who's distributing information. Whether it's for entertainment, like she said, we have memes these days, we laugh for jokes, whether it's for education, for marketing, brands and companies want to promote their stuff, so that is content. When you are promoting or marketing, that is content. When you are having a YouTube channel, you are distributing whatever information that you are distributing, that is content. So basically, a person who distributes information, whether it's entertaining, for entertainment, for education, or for whatever purpose, is a content creator.
Okay. All right. Okay. There you have it. What is a content? You got it. So I also understand it now, because when I was reading about it, I saw that they mentioned Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is a content, and I got a bit lost. I said, this English might be deep right now. I will understand later. So thank you for making that clear to us. And I believe that our viewers are getting it. I believe our viewers are getting it, and we are waiting for your comments. So over to Shibono. Can you talk about data? Basically, it's data or data. However that we put it. In South Africa is data. Outside, it's data. So we are data people. So what I've realized is I use so much of it. Like I go around asking which network has a reasonable data, so I can at least last for a month. Because with 1 gig, I don't even go 3 days myself. I don't go 3 days. So what really is? How do we have to control data in your phone? How do you have to control data yourself? Because yes, social media is exciting. It's exciting and it's data used. Anything that you have to say about it?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. In the part of data management, I think even institutions has to have a course that deals with data management.
That is
I think we need some schooling when it comes to data management.
Yeah.
Or maybe a qualification, right? To say I'm a data management a professional or something like that. But there is, okay, here, since we're talking about social media, there is data which means information or compiled information, right? Or unverified information. That is, we can say data, yes, when we want to Englishify it. But data, to us data, we're talking about something which I can say is an access giver to internet, to help us browse, to help us connect. So, okay, to come back to the question, I can say managing data. Okay, before I get to that one, when it comes to social media, one thing about social media is that social media is addictive.
Yes.
That's one thing that I know about social media. It's very addictive and it's very easy for you. Okay, there once was this joke circulating on social media to say, you will find a person posting, I have a headache. You understand? I have a headache. And instead of taking that money that they bought data and buy grandpa to cure the headache.
What?
So, yeah, that is one of the signs to show that social media is very addictive. I can take the last 5 rand that I have to buy a grandpa or something that can help me and then go and buy data. But at the same time, we need to come to a point where we now teach ourselves data management. It's not easy. Let me say it from personal perspective. It's never easy to manage data. I've heard people who say, I buy 10 gig a week. Just 10 gigabytes a week. Imagine at the end of the month, how much did that person spend? And now data value is going higher and higher. The amount of that is going higher and higher. And the content or the value of data is becoming so thinner each and every day. Because there was a time where you can use 5 megabytes the whole day, right? There were those times back in the day, 5-10 megabytes you could use 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even a month. But now 5 megabytes just to switch on your mobile data is gone.
It's gone.
Without doing anything. So data need management, and managing it is not as easy as people think it may be.
Yeah.
As addictive as it is, we need to teach ourselves to manage data.
Yeah. And I'm one of the people who can't get over the 5 megabytes days. I feel like it's like totally bad. It's weighing me down, like, and you know that you can't go 2 hours without your phone. Your phone, it's data.
Very important.
Your phone is data.
I once told someone concerning that part, I said, you know, on financial management, I think I'm good. But when it comes to data, that's where the problem comes in. Because you need data each and every moment.
You always have a budget, right? You say this money is for this money is for that. And then you're like, this 300 rand is for data. And I am not going to pass this 300 rand. And then by the 15th mid-month day, I budget. You even forget that you had a budget. It's only when you look at your balance in the account and you're like,
Really? 7 rand?
and you look at your bank statement, it's so embarrassing because it's minus, and it's data.
Nothing more. So there you have it. Obvious. Share what you think about when it comes to data. Tell us, what do you think? How do you manage it? What network are you using so I can also run to it because I need it. Shimon, tell us again. I want to know how many social platforms are you using personally? I know you're a businessman, so how many social platforms are you using? It can be daily, it can be weekly or monthly.
On the part of social platforms, I can say I've got 2, and I didn't start having 2. That's where the problem is. I didn't start with having 2. I think I heard about, in fact, I would fall for any kind of social media platform that will be introduced. by the time they introduced the WeChat, I ran there. I have an account. By the time Twitter has been there for many years, by the time Twitter became like that popular, I ran into it. Now they came, what is this? This thing that people were saying we are leaving WhatsApp for Telegram, yes. I also have an account, Telegram account. I have Instagram account. I've got a Facebook and WhatsApp account. So to answer the question straight, let me not go around the bush. Is that I'm using WhatsApp and Facebook.
Okay, WhatsApp and Facebook. So do you advertise your businesses there? And how do people respond when you are advertising your business? And is it helpful as for now? Do you get much of customers? Tell us, share a little bit on that.
Okay, on the part of business when it comes to social media, you know, business is the best social media is the best marketer. It's the best marketing agency when it comes to business stuff. Yeah. Why am I saying this? I've come to realize something, that there is, salt production companies. Have you ever seen the advertisement on TV? Even a single person has never seen salt being advertised on TV. But on Facebook and all these platforms, they have pages. You'll find them posting something about the product and all those kind of stuff. So this tells me that, in fact, it explains to me the power of social media. Because in social media, you are able to build a community in social media. You're able to diversify, meet a lot of people, and your content can go from here even to China while you are here through social media. Yeah. So to come back to that one, I do a lot of business on social media, more especially Facebook, of which I'm saying I'm on Facebook. I always post things on Facebook, and what I like about it is that we have what we call marketplace. It helps me not to mix personal stuff and business. Okay. Because on personal account I can post other stuff, and then on marketplace that's where I post business. And that business can be seen by each and everyone who is on Facebook, not only my friends. Even someone who is in Germany who is not my friend can be able to see what I'm selling on Facebook. So it's very good. I can say social media can build a huge business, and at the same time, it can destroy a huge business.
Okay, it's in both ways. So let me just read a comment here that I see. Mr. Coleman is saying, now we no longer have data management. We have unlimited data. We have unlimited data. How do we manage an unlimited thing?
Okay, to answer that question, because with unlimited data, it is available the whole day. So you don't have to buy extra, you need to have self-discipline. It's a matter of you being disciplined. You know what you want from social media, right? And you know when you are exhausted as a person. As much as you can go on as a person, there's a time where you feel that now I need to rest. Now I have seen a lot of things. As much as social media contributes good information and all that, there's also some things in social media that you might not like or you don't like. And there's also, it's not every day that you want to consume social media content. So it's a matter of you being self-disciplined and you know what you want as a person. If you are disciplined, you know that by this time I need to rest, or by this time I need to put my phone away and focus on other things. I can be on my phone. I remember this other day my sister was asking me, Kandi, what do you do with your phone? Because you're not even responding to us on WhatsApp. You're not on anything, but I can find you freezing on your phone. What are you doing there? There's other things that I do with my phone besides being on social media. So if you are disciplined as a person, you know that I use my phone for other things, for business or to research on Google or on whatever platform, instead of me being on Facebook or on Instagram. So if you are disciplined as a person, that is going to help.
There you have it, Mr. Coleman. It's discipline, unlimited discipline. They go unlimited, you go unlimited discipline. So you have it. Thank you for answering that. And you have that you can also destroy or make your business on social media. So it's how you put your content. This is a chain, right? So social media is built. It's built. It's a building kind of. Yeah. So as we welcome those who are joining us, thank you for joining us. Thank you for commenting and share the broadcast. Share it with your friends so they can also know that we are live. We are talking about this, so they can share their thoughts with us. So over to our first guest. How many social platforms do you have? I really need to ask this as well because she's a YouTuber and she speaks a lot on YouTube. I have seen a lot of her videos. She shares different kind of stories there. She does share about hair tips, face things which works for her. She's not talking about other people. What I like is that she talks about her, that okay, this product works for me, this doesn't work for me, and go for something that works for you. So go and like her things there on YouTube. So tell us, how many social platforms personally do you have?
I don't even know. I don't know, honestly. I'm on every major social media platform. Okay, I'm joking because I'm not on TikTok. I'm not a fan of TikTok. Ever since they introduced TikTok, I've never downloaded it. So I can't say I'm like on every social media platform, but I am on different media platforms for different reasons. I am on Facebook for connecting with friends, for advertising my business, because I am a brand myself. So I am on Facebook for advertising. I am on Instagram mostly for like collaborations, and because I collaborate with brands, and mostly they use Instagram to promote their content. So I am on Instagram for collaborations with brands. I am on Twitter for news, for entertainment, because mostly I do advertise my business on Twitter, but I am on Twitter for entertainment, for current news. You know, when the president is addressing the nation, most of the points you see them on Twitter. It's easier to see the summary there, first, everything that is happening in the country. There are journalists there who update, or this just happened. You find that it happened now, they're updating, and then you see it on the news later. You already know this is happening. So I am on Twitter for that, and I am on YouTube obviously for my own content creation and to build my own brand. And I am on Telegram. The first time I joined Telegram was when I was in school, university, because they used to have groups there where they share school content. They share books, they share whatever that is school related. So I joined Telegram for school, and then when I was out of school, I still remain on Telegram because there's groups there where they say job posts and all that, and job tips, interview tips, and all that. So I am on Telegram mostly for those groups. And which other social media platform? Oh, I am on Snapchat, but I don't use my Snapchat because most people use Snapchat for chatting, and I use Snapchat mostly for taking snaps. I don't think I've ever texted with anyone or posted stories, because the story postings on Snapchat, but I have never posted. Then I am on LinkedIn for professional use. I am on LinkedIn for professional use. You know what LinkedIn is, so yeah. And I am on, I am on WhatsApp for chatting and advertising, and that's basically it.
Okay, yeah, that's a list. I mean, compared to what Shimona has, and this one, it's a lot, but she's explaining why she is in those social platforms. So viewers, tell us which platforms are you using on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis? Which ones do you have? She also gave reasons why she's on those ones. So her data, it's not going to waste. She has reasons. You know, you have TikTok, just to laugh. People are making money on TikTok. People are making money on TikTok. She's on YouTube, not for fun, but she's there for money. She's making, so the social media itself is a business because you get paid. I have seen this other thing. They say you just go to YouTube and watch certain videos, then you earn money. So you don't just watch any video that pass by YouTube. No, there are specific videos that you watch and then you earn money, dollars, not the rands. You know, our rands is down, it's chilling right now. Dollars. So let's just use this social media for a reason. Not that you wanna, you know, TikTok, you can laugh the whole day, you finish your data the whole day without even doing anything that is improving yourself, improving your life, but you just wasted your time. So let me look at the comment here. There is Mr. Comment is saying, you are all forgetting Mixed. Yes. They used to be Mixed when we were in high school. They used to be Mixed when we were in high school. I remember there was a red green button. When it's green, you are online. When it's red, you're offline. I remember that. Thank you for bringing that.
You're in BBM.
Yes.
BBM, eh?
Yes. Those words. So, Meshaketaka Bale, please tell us which one is more effective or convenient for you, because I realized you mentioned few of them, but there should be one that is more effective in your life because you are a brand yourself.
I really don't know how to answer this one here, because depending on what I want to do on it, I feel like they are almost all effective for me.
Okay.
But if I would really have to choose one, I would say Facebook is effective because in a way that I got most of my subscribers from Facebook. A lot of people that follow me on Instagram found me on Facebook. A lot of people that are approaching me for business found me on Facebook. People are subscribing to my channel via Facebook. So I would say it's effective. It's more effective if I have to choose one, depending, because I use all of them for a different purpose. I don't use them for the same thing, to say this is me doing this on Facebook, this is me doing the same thing on LinkedIn. So, but if I really had to choose one, I would say Facebook.
Meaning that if you are having social media platforms, different kinds, you should use them effectively. They will benefit you, all of them.
Yes, you should know what you want, and you should know the type of social media platform. You should know the type that social media platform is. For instance, with Instagram, you can't just go there and post something because you want to be seen. You understand? There's a type of content that they post on Instagram. As much as there's memes on Instagram, there's funny videos, there's this and that. If you can check on your Instagram, the people that you follow, there's a certain content that they are posting. And if you can check on Facebook, there's a certain content also. That's why they call Facebook the village. You know, because there's a certain content that they share. And if you can check LinkedIn also, it's just that these days LinkedIn is changing, but it used to be like a professional platform where people talked about, it was professional, but these days people are starting to joke around and have vibes and all that. So you need to know what you want and what your goal is. As much as we can be on social media for fun, you also need to know what is it that you want. Do you want to be a brand, or do you want to be there for just vibes? It's just not bad. At the end of the day, we're all there for vibes. But those vibes, what is it that you exactly want?
Yeah. Okay, since she's talking of vibes, because yes, if you are there for vibes, it's a waste of your pocket money, because with the same vibes, at the same time, there are those who are very serious in social media. They are there for money, they are there for maybe improving somebody's life, they are there for teaching, preaching, motivating, and all those things, encouraging people, bringing people together. So if you are there for vibes, Shibona, please tell us, what are the disadvantages of social media?
Okay, thank you. The disadvantages of social media. You know, prior to answering your question, let me start by trying to outline this. As you have been emphasizing the part of you must know what you want, you must do something that benefits you and something like that. You know, social media, to me, I would love to liken it to fire. You know, fire, a burning fire. Fire, when you put on fire or when you light a fire, you've got the purpose, what you want to use it for.
Yes.
And if fire is not controlled, it can burn you or it can burn the things around. And if fire is well controlled, it can bring out the good outcome of which you have started it for.
Yes.
So if you have started fire to cook food, and you want to cook food, not just food but good food, if it's not controlled well, if the fire is not controlled, in fact you cook, you know that I can't start cooking when the stove is on 10 and then end at 10. When you finish cooking, maybe it will be around 2 or even 0, right? So it's a matter of controlling. If you don't control it, it can, at the end of the day, burn the good food that you're trying to cook.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, it's only the matter of how you use it. It's only the matter of how you control it. And it's only the matter of why do you use it? The why do you use it? That is where now you will be able to identify the advantages of it and the disadvantages of it. But to come back to that one, to give general disadvantages of social media, one of which we were trying to talk, to bring it up, which is addiction. Social media is very addictive. I once saw this post about a lady who burnt her house down because she was busy on the phone and at the same time cooking. You understand? So social media is very, very addictive. It's very addictive. And even there are people who get fired at their workplace just because they are busy on social media and it's working time. Yeah. Time is money and you're on social media. The boss has got no choice but to fire you. So, okay, to list them all, I think first is that which we have outlined, addiction. Then second is time consuming. Yeah. Social media is very time consuming. True. It can consume your time. And again, why we're still on the part of why do you use it and how you use it. Social media is, I don't know how can I put this word, but I can say it's very destructive. Yes, it's very, very destructive. Because social media can cause you to procrastinate things that you're supposed to do now. Yeah. And be like, okay, let me. Very true. You see? Because as we're talking now, I know there's someone who was supposed to be cooking, but yeah, you are watching us, and I love that. Continue watching us. That's what we like, all right? And you'll be learning through that. So, social media is very destructive. And lastly, I can say, social media can put your life can imprison your life. Yes, social media can imprison your life. How? Social media, first, it can break your budget as we're trying to raise it. Yeah. Social media can break your budget. Social media can break your daily routines. Your daily routines. Yeah. Social media can divert you from your plans, your goals, or your achievements of which you are chasing. So those are some of the disadvantages of social media, but they are all birthed out of addiction. Yes, so I think that's what I can outline for now.
Oh, he said like strong points when it comes to the disadvantages. Mainly the why and the addiction. You know, it's very true. Something that I have seen that is so addictive is TikTok's dangerous, actually. I'm glad you don't have it as a brand. That thing is dangerous because you will say, let me just for 5 minutes, but 5 minutes turns to 5 hours. So, and it can make you not do things in time. And social media, if you are addicted, and it's in like addiction works in your brain. That's the problem. It works in your brain. You can't. You just can't. You are trying to study and your phone is here. You're trying to discipline yourself and your mind is books, and you end up flipping your phone, and there you are right in back at it again. You get a first joke. Let me go down. I need a second joke. So we really need to work on this thing of addiction. I don't know how a person should control their addiction. I don't know whether addiction is killed by coming with a certain discipline in life or not, because some people, they cannot spend an hour without sharing a joke on social media. That's, I don't know if that it's an addiction as well. But going forward, Metaleto, share with us the advantages of social media while we are still also focusing on the disadvantages.
Okay, the advantages of social media, first of all, is that I think that's like one of the most reasons why, one of the top reasons why we are on social media is to connect with our loved ones. So on social media, I can connect. My mom is in Limpopo right now, but through WhatsApp, I get to talk to my mom. I get to find out if she's okay and all those things. They get to update me on what is going on at home. I get to see, we can connect, we can, share. I can connect with someone who is in China right now through social media. I don't need to buy a lot of airtime so we can make an international call, which is costly. We can just connect through one of the social media platforms and we have an effective communication. The other advantage is that you get to advertise yourself. You get to build yourself as a brand. You get to put yourself out there. He's a businessman. Through social media, he gets customers. Through social media, he puts his business up there. He's like, hey guys, this is me. This is what I sell. Yeah. And people who do not even know him are like, we like what you sell. Can you send us your products? That is because of social media. Because if there was no social media, for instance, or if he was not on social media, for instance, he was not advertising his business on social media. He only advertised to us because he knows us. Who would buy? Obviously, okay, maybe I'll tell someone I stay with that there is Shivana who sells this and that, and then they will buy. But the business wouldn't move as fast as it is moving now because he's advertising himself, he's putting himself out there. So you get to build, in social media, you get to build yourself, you get to build your brand. If you use it in a positive way, effectively, you get to build your brand. You get to make money on social media. I mean, that's like an advantage. If I can make money on my phone, very soon I won't need an 8 to 5 job because I'll be making money on social media. With social media, you get to find information. It can be educational information. For instance, if you're looking for something maybe in IT, you get to find some of those things in social media. There are groups, like you said, on social media. There are like Facebook groups, Instagram, whatever, Twitter, whatever, where you get to find out a lot of things about what you are looking for. Like for instance, on Facebook, there's this other group where they share tabs for international examination. If you are not connected to people who know these things, You just go to Facebook, you go to that group, you request to join, they accept you. Voila, you have access. You go to LinkedIn, you get to network, you talk to managers, to hiring managers, to HR people on LinkedIn, and you get if you are lucky, you get a job there. So there's really advantages to social media if you use it effectively.
Okay, there you have it. We have the disadvantages, which are strong, and we also have the advantages, which are also strong. So how you use it, it will bring you results. So we have a comment here from Mr. Coleman. He says, one of the disadvantage is how people make fun of it. Sometimes we no longer know what is real and what is not. Example, someone can post a pig being yellow bone. I give up. Being yellow bone, but in real life they are black bone. So it becomes untrustworthy. So I mean, of all the examples in the world of disadvantages, he goes and picks this. He goes and picks this one, but what can we say? It's a disadvantage because yes,
I can be ugly in person and in photos, but I must be one struggle. I can't be ugly in photos and then be ugly in person. At least I must be beautiful in photos. What are you saying?
Hey, we don't know. Hey, this man has been really getting us in comments. What can we say? She wanna tell us. I know that it's youth that it's more active on social media. I mean, our parents are trying, and it's really bad. They are trying, but it just sounds bad. It's just awkward when you realize your mom, your dad has viewed your status. Like, okay, what did they think with whatever that I have posted? Because they don't comment or say anything. But it's mostly young people. What are the percentage when you look at it? Let's say over 100% with youth, and I mean, as the world as it is, how active are this? How active are we as young people on social media?
Social media. Okay. As I go and answer your question, social media has all kinds of contents. It has everything. If you want to buy a car, it's there. You want to buy a house, it's there. You want jokes, you can find them. You want songs, you can. Each and everything is there. You want dirty things, clean things, everything, wild, whatsoever is there. So what I'm trying to say is, it just takes a simple mind or a flexible mind to understand all that content. And flexible mind, and I'm now talking about young minds, young people who are able to diversify and be able to understand each and everything that they scroll through and everything. So I would like to say, when it comes to percentage, we can talk about 90%, 90 over 10. Yeah. 90 over 10.
I'll say 95.
Yeah.
95.
Yes, I also agree with that one.
Like almost everyone I know is on social media.
Yes.
They might be on one or two, but
Because even parents, when they try to join, in fact,
I'll delete my mom's Facebook account.
It's very tough. It's very tough. I can give you an example about my mom. She tried to join a Facebook, WhatsApp. She didn't even last a month. She deleted it. You understand? So it's a content of young minds.
Yeah.
It's not simple for others. Not others, but for I can say senior citizens.
But churches, like, okay, with old people, our parents, they go to church and all that. And Now, when we look at it, church has moved to online. So what are they supposed to do? What are they supposed to do? If we are to say, these people can't go on Facebook, it's bad, there's love in there, they will all think all sorts of things. What are they supposed to do? Because obviously they will see what is happening on Facebook based on they are on Facebook because church has moved there and they want to attend the service. So what do you think about this?
No, I would be live and my mom will watch on my Facebook. I am no mother of mine is going to be on Facebook, honestly. But I don't think, like, for me, luckily, my mom is not someone who would be on Facebook. Because even on WhatsApp, she was forced to be on WhatsApp because of work. Like, at work, they said we are having a WhatsApp group for the staff. So if you're not on WhatsApp group, you are going to miss important updates. And she was forced to learn how to use WhatsApp. Because she downloaded WhatsApp before and she deleted it. She said, because she would forget to switch off her data and people would be sending texts throughout. She would be like, no, why are people texting me at night? This thing doesn't have a break. And people don't stop. So she deleted it. And then at work they said, no ma'am, here we have a WhatsApp group. And she was forced to learn how to switch off data, how to switch it on, how to interact with people on WhatsApp. So I don't think she's someone who's big on Facebook. But if my mother was a lover of things, I know she wouldn't have a Facebook account. Even though church has moved to the digital world, I think we'll just find a plan for her to watch the live service without her being on Facebook.
So basically, it's for you. The social
It's
media,
it's not really for youth. It is for youth mostly, but even older people are on social media. If you can check, LinkedIn is full of the arthritis group. Facebook also has the older generation, but it is for people who people who are who grasp information fast, people who are quick to adapt, people who learn easily. They understand how these things work. Because it can also be embarrassing. Imagine your mother being on Facebook, she doesn't know how it works, and then she starts writing anything there. At the end of the day, you are all embarrassed with the whole family. So it is mostly for people who know how it works and who know why they are there.
Yeah. Right.
The problem comes in when you find that you're showing your mom a meme and she asks you who's that. You understand? So now you have to explain who is this and what's happening. So it becomes a bit of a challenge. Yes, we're saying it needs that kind of young mind so that they can be able to understand.
Hey, okay, no. At least mine, hey, they're settling on WhatsApp. It's good because, the church has to send voice notes based on teaching and all those things. So, hey, they should stay there, I pray, because things are like changing and it's all going to online, and online it's all about social media. So tell us which social media is dangerous? Which platform, actually, you'd say which platform is dangerous for, I don't know, for us or for an individual, or maybe we can say for you personally?
I think all these social media platforms have like the potential to be dangerous. Like, for instance, WhatsApp. We all think WhatsApp is like a simple thing, right? I text with my friends, with my family. But a lot of false information starts from WhatsApp.
Yeah.
If there's false information that is spread, it starts from WhatsApp, it's circulating. Someone sent it to my mom, and my mom, because she's like an older person, she panics. She sends this to me, she's like, be careful of this. I'm like, okay, and because it's my mom, I'm like, okay, let me forward it to Divine. Let me forward it to Shubono, and all of that. But the one that is like the most dangerous, I think it's Telegram. Because as much as there's learning groups on Telegram, there's a group that I'm in, they share books. So whether inspirational books, spiritual, or whatever book you want to read, you find it in that group. And there's study materials and all that. Telegram is hardly, I won't say it's not monitored. You can share how do I put this? Dirty things or adult content. Let me put that. You can share adult content on Telegram and get away with it. So you can, and Telegram is like a platform where you can put your teenager there to say, for school group, you can be here, because it doesn't limit the number of people who should be on a group, right? So you can say, oh, my teenager be in this group, and then your username there is public. So anyone there can search you and find you. Anyone from anywhere can search you and find you there. They can share with you any content they want. They can share with you adult content, harmful content, or whatever content they want. So I feel like that is more dangerous, as much as the other ones also have the potential of being dangerous. I feel like that one is where teenagers shouldn't be allowed, or where the young ones shouldn't be allowed, because it's not really easy to monitor. On WhatsApp, you can daily monitor who your daughter or who your son talks to, but on Telegram, it's something that anything can happen anytime. Anyone can find you there. So it becomes a challenge, because if I'm there and if I'm there for school content and someone from Japan can just search and then they tumble into me, imagine we don't even have a mutual friends. We don't even have a mutual friend, but they can find me and be able to still share something with me. That is very dangerous.
It's very dangerous then. Okay, let me read this comment about a dangerous platform. Mr. Coleman says, Twitter is most dangerous. The issue of not trusting politicians started there. Imagine now we want to understand who killed Chris Hunt because of Twitter. So let Twitter go and search who was the person. Because so he's saying that Twitter is the most dangerous one. So I think it's because Twitter is based more on fun thing, because now we cannot go and search for Chris Hunt's killer. I mean,
like, people have a lot of freedom on Twitter to share like their views. I feel like that's one of the social media platforms where people are free to share whatever is on their mind, whether it's a conspiracy theory, whether it's a fact, or as long as it is not harmful. Because, unlike Telegram, you have like all the freedom, but on Twitter, if they think that your content is harmful, they're going to block the content from being seen, and then maybe suspend your account maybe for like 3 days or for however, and then you get back, and then you know that you're no longer allowed to share this. So I feel like he's saying it is dangerous because that's where people get to express their views. And anything, even if it's conspiracy, now I can go on Twitter and tweet that Divine killed Chris Hani. And it can thread. People are going to start looking for Divine. Which Divine are you talking about? What and that? It is dangerous in a way that you can grasp false information thinking that it is true because it was shared on a social media platform that has a large number of followers. I mean, a lot of people are on Twitter. So it can be dangerous in that way.
Yeah. And there are times that social media publishes this violent videos. You find that maybe people are bullying other people and kind of bullying, and maybe some things that someone recorded, it was not supposed to be on social media. Others end up killing themselves because of that. Now their face is on the world and this was not supposed to be there. They end up killing themselves. So social media also, it's itself can be dangerous. So as people, we just need to be careful. How are we? Because yes, you can record anything. I don't know how people make it to quickly think of video, picture, so I can post it funny. But let us be careful of what we are taking. And will this destroy a person? Will this kill somebody? Will this build somebody? If somebody is doing something good, take that video, post it, because it will do something in their life, it will change them. But something that will kill them, I feel like we should be sensitive on that. We should come back to being humans and have that humanity in us and all that. So, Shibona, I have this question that, do you think that based on all this, that you can choose to do good, you can choose to do bad? Do you think social media builds us as young people, or it destroys us?
Social media, I can say it does both. It does both in which way? On what we choose to engage ourselves into. You see, and even if I choose to engage myself into positive things, still there is an influence that can also drive me away from doing right things. Like for instance, there is photoshopping, and people can Photoshop me maybe somewhere or stealing or doing anything, or even in the video which seems like it's me doing it, and at the end of the day I can end up killing myself or anything, because I can argue but I've got no facts. They've got a proof that we see you are here. You understand? So even if I choose to do the right thing, at the end of the day, social media, being social media, having different kinds of people, it's able to influence me into doing right or into doing good. But at the end of the day, it's left on me. It's my responsibility whether I want it to build me or to destroy me. So in conclusion, I can say social media can do both based on the choice that you make, or based on how you want to use it. There are people who, as we were talking about advertising business on social media, on Facebook and all that, I use my Facebook account to preach the gospel, to post motivations, and on the other side, I use it to promote my business. But there are people who use social media to mock other people, to bully other people, you understand? So both of us, it's our choices. It's my choice to do this, and it's their choice to do this. And at the end of the day, that's how the outcome is going to be.
I understand that. Thank you for sharing that. It's very important, because we cannot keep on dying because a wrong thing went viral that was not supposed to go viral. And obviously wrong things go viral than the good things. Yes. So I see there is, I don't know if you follow this man called Dalman. He do different kind of, he's a YouTuber, he's a Instagram person, he's like everywhere he posts different, he teaches, his content is to teach to do good above everything, do not judge, those kind of things. So there is a comment here that says, with social media, it's from Mr. Tebo Lawrence. He says, with social media, it depends on how an individual uses it. It can assist or destroy a person's character, which is very true. If you have anything about character based on being destroyed with social media, you can add on that.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Temple. On that part of character, social media has got this kind of influence. If you cannot be able to stand your ground, it's very easy to shield you away from what you believe in. Because I have seen a lot of people who grew up being good people, those kind of motivated people. When you look at them, you can tell, this person has got this kind of morals. But if you now can check on, not that you should judge a person by what they post, but if you now can check on the content that they share, that they post, you can be able to tell that based on the morals that I've seen on these people, on this person growing up, now this is way too different. Yeah. Because social media has got that thing that because someone posted it, I can post it. Because someone did this, I can do it. And social media has got, there is this thing that people love to say that I am not what I post. I'm not what I post, you understand? Then why are we posting it if we're not, you understand? So It's like by the time of looting, I'm not promoting looting, but I'm busy posting all the videos and everything, you understand? So social media has got power to mess up someone's character and even to build it. As you were saying, that there is a person who posts motivational quotes and all those kind of things. There are people on their WhatsApp or on their Facebook or on their Twitter accounts or anything. You will look at their news feeds, it's all about positive things. Some you look at their news feeds, it's all about negative things. So it's able to build you, at the end of the day, it's able to destroy you.
No. That makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, there is another comment. It says, I have a question. This is from Mr. Coleman. He says, does a content that I post mean it's resembling who I am?
Yes.
Okay.
In a sense that if I share a lot of jokes, you can tell that I'm a humorous person.
Yeah.
If I share bullying content, I am a bully. If he's bullying you and I'm sharing the content, I am also a bully. I am also bullying you.
Yeah.
There's no way I can share bullying content and say I am not a bully. I am contributing in distributing the information, right? He bullied you, I shared the content. Now people on my side are seeing the content too. Now it's going far, it's going to other people as well through me. Why am I sharing that if I'm not a bully? Why am I sharing jokes if I'm not a humorous person? Why am I sharing the word of God if I am not a spiritual person? Do you understand? So whatever it is, as much as we share things just for vibes, just for joking, and I'm not like, it doesn't mean that you are necessarily going through whatever you are sharing, but it reflects on the kind of a person that you are as a person. Because you can't share things that are like far from you.
Yeah,
why are you sharing them?
While you're on that, like on WhatsApp, we post after cooking a nice thing and we have set it up all good. Post it on like what are we having? So based on that,
Having a great day, yeah.
so just what you just said, it shows that okay, really what I share, it's mostly about what I am around or what is around me or what is happening. Just like if you share a motivation, it's something that first touched you. So it cannot touch you and then you share. You're not expecting that it touches people if it didn't touch you. So you share something that touches you, right? So yes, Pastor Coleman, content resembles you say. If today you are preaching, tomorrow you are bullying, then we are confused.
Question your character, what kind of a
Yes,
person are you?
yes, exactly. So we will not be sure who you really and truly are. So our last words from our guests, I would want to give them this chance to advise young people when it comes to social media, those who have been bullied, those who have been abused on social media, those who have lost self-confidence on social media, those who are wasting their money on social media, not doing anything. Please just give them the last advice so we can end our show.
Okay, from my side, I would like to say that first of all, know why you are on social media. Know why you are there. As much as, even if you are not a brand, not everyone is going to be a brand, right? Not everyone is going to be a businessman to advertise their business. But know why you are on Facebook, know why you are on Instagram. That is going to help you on what you are going to post, on what you are going to share. That is going to help you on how you interact with people on these social media platforms. As a person yourself, you must be disciplined. As much as it is not easy, social media is very addictive. But if you feel like you are now falling in too deep and you are now a person who's consumed by social media, now a person who is, what's the right word? Who is influenced by social, like your decisions are now influenced by social media. That's when you should pause, take a break, and think of what you want in life and what you would like to achieve. And if any of the social media platforms are helping you towards your goals, or they are destroying what you thought you would be tomorrow, or they are destroying all the dreams that you had. If you are at the point where you feel like, no, these social media platforms are now not aligning to my goals, are now not aligning to the kind of a person I am, that is the best time for you to pause and say, no, let me take a breather and see how it goes. And when you get back, you will know where to start and how to go about it. And while I am still on the subject of discipline, in terms of buying data, be a person who is on a budget. I know this is hard. Like, I'm not even going to lie about this one. It is very hard. You can say that I am budgeting 100 rand for data the whole month, and when data finishes, you're like, if you feel like, no, I waste too much money on data, and you know that if you go to a bank and they print your statement and they find that a lot of money goes on ATM, that can mess up your credit score as well. So in future, if you are approaching a bank for business or for whatever reason, or for a house or whatever, they look at your statement, it's minus 12 rand Vodacom, minus 30 rand Vodacom, minus 50 rand Vodacom. That can also disadvantage you as well. So you should also think of that when you're buying data or when you're buying airtime, that this is not only me buying data to do whatever I want to do. This is also going to reflect on my finances to say, this person is irresponsible. They can't save money. When they have saved, their money all goes to airtime, their money all goes to data. That can also affect you. Let that also be one of the reasons why you say, maybe I need a break from social media because I can't continue buying data. Also, there are a lot of learning platforms on social media, right? Utilize them. Use them for good. There are a lot of groups where they share helpful things. They share helpful tips for jobs. They share helpful tips for school. Utilize those platforms. Instead of just being there for vibes, go there for a purpose. Go there for a goal. And you know that at the end of the day, you spend time on LinkedIn, putting yourself out there, marketing. You know, you didn't just spend your whole day on Facebook laughing and bullying someone. You know, the past few days there was an incident. I won't mention a lot of details, but a girl was bullied to a point where she deactivated her account and she wanted to kill herself because of what was happening. And a lot of people were entertaining that. And you will look at someone who would say, I am not a bully, but they were sharing that. Don't be that person. If your brand doesn't align with bullying, don't be the person who also participate in the bullying. Use social media for your benefits. If it doesn't make you money, it should at least benefit you in another way. When you look at your life, you should say, I have been in Facebook for 10 years and it did 1, 2, 3 for me. It didn't just entertain me the whole year for nothing. Use these social media platforms to benefit you.
Your last advice?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. To add on what my fellow guest said, let me give you this example of a Nyaupe person, someone who smokes Nyaupe. A Nyaupe person, once they get addicted, no matter how you can try to take them in and try to feed them good food, trying to build them up and all that, very few of them can be able to stick to that. And many of them, they run away, go back to the same addiction which has been tormenting their lives. This is how social media can be. My advice to you is use social media. Let us use it. It's very good, as you were saying, as you was giving the advantages. But if you allow it to reach that stage of addiction, that is where now you go wrong with social media. Because something that can be addictive is very dangerous. And something that can be addictive can control you. It has control over you. And there's nothing that you can do without it. You can see the example I've given of a Nyaupe person. A Nyaupe person, if they can't get Nyaupe, the way they behave, they can even roll on the floor, They can even sleepwalking. Each and everything that you can think of, just because they didn't get anything, like they didn't get what they use or what they want to fulfill their edict or anything, or anyhow you can put it. So what I'm trying to say is, let's try by all means that we control our social media use so that we do not fall into a trap of being addicted. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you. There you have it, the last advices from our guest. And we have our last two comments from Mr. Coleman. He says, if you want to be a social media maniac, then buy unlimited data network, and that will help you to save. And his second one is, if you are addicted, then delete those apps and find hobbies in something else. He's being straight to the point.
I will agree with you on the part of deleting.
Yes.
Because I've realized that, okay, on personal perspective, I've been a very good procrastinator just because of social media. But lately, since I know I'm no longer that active on it, when I think of something, I do it immediately. So I can agree on that.
But you know that it is not easy to, if I am like now, if someone now can come and say delete your YouTube channel, yo, they understand? Like it is not that easy. What I would say is that if you spend 8 hours on social media the whole day, like my phone has, I believe that modern phones these days have digital balance. It shows the amount of time you spend on each social media platform or on each app on your phone. So use that, utilize that. If you used to spend, check it every day. Here I spent 15 hours today on Twitter. Tomorrow, I want to make sure that I spend 10. You start there, because it's not easy. If we are going to say delete, now someone say come and delete your Facebook. I'm going to delete to please them. Tomorrow I'm going to download it again because Facebook is me and I am Facebook, do you understand? But you use your digital balance on your phone to check how much time do you spend on these things. It's 15 hours. Okay, tomorrow I want to spend 10 hours. And you don't force it on yourself to say, I said I want to spend, because it's going to be very hard. You start easily and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I spent 12 hours. Tomorrow I should improve, and eventually you're going to get there. You're going to make it.
Okay, it's all about improving or delete. You'll stop the procrastination department. It's real, that one, and it's putting us behind. It makes us fail in a lot of things. If you keep on postponing, I will do this in the next hour, just know you will never do it. And again, it's not really about deleting if you are forced. It's about you, yourself, and your focus. So, thank you to our viewers. Yes, thank you for coming through. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for the comments down below and for participating. We are really blessed to have you. And thank you to our guest, Metlekadaka Baloi. Don't forget to follow her. And we will give, she wanted to give the church platforms. And as well as our guest, she will be helping on the platforms that he will leave behind, that you can join in our church, to watch us live, to watch our parents teaching, and we have a conference upcoming weekend. It's gonna be great. So the channels that they're gonna share with us, you will have to like, and you will join us when we are live.
Okay, thank you. Follow us on Facebook. We are Worldwide Christ Ministries. You will see this wallpaper on it, and as well as Instagram, Worldwide Christ Ministry, the same DP, and on YouTube we are WWCM TV.
Okay, I believe he read all the social platforms. So there you have it. Please join us, like the page, and when you are live there, share so the world can hear about God. So thank you once more for being with us. So that's it from our Worldwide Christ Ministries Young People's panel. Thank you so much.